All right, welcome back to our series on what nobody tells you about money. Today, we are diving into a really strange modern paradox. Why so many people look like they're financially successful, but on the inside, they feel completely and totally trapped. Let's get into it.
Wow. This quote, it just gets right to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? It perfectly describes this hidden struggle that's become one of the most important and honestly one of the most unspoken truths about money today. And you know exactly the look I'm talking about. The nice clothes, the decent car, the super happy moments plastered all over social media. From the outside looking in, it looks like a life that's completely under control, the perfect picture of modern success.
But here's the thing. What you don't see is the constant mental math happening behind the scenes. The minimum payments on a credit card that just never seems to go down, or that low-grade hum of anxiety that comes from knowing your entire paycheck is already spoken for before it even hits your bank account.
And this right here, this brings us to the trap of appearances. Modern life, and let's be real, especially social media, has pretty much conditioned all of us to mistake what we can see, the spending, for what's actually real, financial health. We see what people buy, but we have no clue what it's truly costing them.
So, here's how it plays out. What you see is the shiny new purchase, the new gadget, the cool clothes, the thing that just signals to the world, hey, I'm doing okay. But what's totally hidden from view? The credit card balance that just shot up to pay for it.
Or how about this one? We all see the fun weekend trip, the amazing dinner out, the quick getaway. It looks incredible. What we don't see is the quiet stress that follows when the bill for that amazing experience finally arrives.
And this really gets to the core of the issue. You see the upgraded lifestyle, but what stays hidden is the constant, nagging fear that just one unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, could make the whole house of cards just collapse.
So why? Why do we fall into this trap? Let's explore the deep, very human pressures that drive us to spend, often just to keep up appearances.
Let's just be honest for a second. Who hasn't asked this question? You're looking at your friends, your coworkers, your social feed, and you're just wondering, how is everyone else affording all of this? The dinners out, the travel, the constant upgrades? That one question alone creates so much pressure. And that pressure taps right into some really powerful emotional drivers. It is so crucial to understand these aren't character flaws, they're fundamental human needs. We spend money to feel like we belong, to feel normal. And sometimes, to protect an image, even from ourselves.
And the key thing to remember is that this doesn't happen overnight. Nobody chooses this path. It happens incrementally. One swipe of the card here, one small upgrade there. It's the slow, gradual drift into a life that looks really good from the outside, but feels incredibly fragile on the inside.
This brings us to what might be the most important distinction in personal finance today, the massive difference between looking rich and being secure. They're not the same thing, not even close.
So let's break this down. Looking rich focuses on signals, the car, the clothes, all the stuff that people can see. Being secure, on the other hand, focuses on margin. That's the space between what you earn and what you spend. Looking rich is visible and it gets you attention. Being secure, well, it's quiet. And the result? You get to sleep at night. So the true test of your financial health isn't about what you own. It's all about your financial resilience. Can you handle a surprise expense? Can you absorb a bad month? Or does one little setback threaten to bring the whole thing crashing down? That's the real measure of stability. Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Let's talk about the path forward, which is all about building that quiet, unseen security. It all starts with two big shifts. First, there's a mental shift. You have to stop using appearances as evidence of someone's financial reality. Comparison really is the thief of joy, and it's the thief of your bank account too. Second, there's an action shift. You have to redefine what financial progress actually looks like for you. And that kind of progress? It isn't always glamorous. Sometimes real progress is a credit card balance that's just a little bit lower this month. It's saying no to an expensive night out without feeling any shame about it. It's having a savings account that could actually cover a real emergency. None of these things are going to get you any likes on Instagram, but all of them are incredibly powerful. So the whole point is changing the core question you ask yourself. You stop asking, how do I look like I'm doing well? And you start asking a much, much better question. How do I become harder to shake? That question right there, that changes everything. And here's the surprising part.
When you make this shift, the stress often drops almost immediately. And why is that? It's because pretending is exhausting. Maintaining an image you can't really afford creates this constant low-level anxiety. Shifting to honesty, even if the numbers aren't perfect yet, instantly reduces that pressure.
And this brings us to the ultimate goal. Real financial strength isn't about performing success. It's about no longer needing to perform at all. It's choosing to build genuine stability on the inside rather than just projecting a fragile image on the outside.
So if you take just one thing away from this, let it be this: stop measuring your life against other people's highlight reels. Instead, measure it by what's real: your peace of mind, your financial truth, and your resilience. So the only question left is, what will you choose to measure?